Welcome to the final course in the guide training curriculum. This course is called The Expedition. And as you begin to finish up this last portion of your course, there are some things you need to know and have a clear understanding of. And first of all, is your mission within the guide training. John 10:10, Jesus said, "I've come that you might have life unto the full." What is that to a man? How do we bring life of Christ and the life in and with Christ to men? All right. Second is adventure. Yes, we use adventure as a teaching tool, as a metaphor. We enjoy it. We put together adventures and trips. But we also talk about the adventure of walking with God, as Moses did with God in his meeting at the burning bush, and then God led him into really an adventure beyond comparison. God does the same with us, same with men, and He has missions and purpose and a calling on a man's life that will always feel adventurous. And I mean by that, it always feels bigger than we are. It always feels risky, and it definitely feels like something we cannot do alone. And finally, and that is mission, helping that man discover his mission, not only as a spiritual leader in his home, if he's married, with his children, but also what his overall life mission with God is. And of course, we know that Jesus left the disciples and told them to go out into all the world and share the gospel, share the good news. And so finally, as we work with men individually and we bring them to that, first of all, understanding they do have a mission. They've got a job with God, with Christ, that He is waiting for them to pick up with, and they don't need to apply. It's already there waiting on them. And so once they begin to flourish in their walk with God, accept that adventure, then God's going to give them a mission, some purpose, some calling. And so we're in this as a ministry with men to help them through all these processes. And so as you begin to think about in the expedition and what is your way of bringing those things to a man, and it's really good for you to define that. And so through this last course, we're going to work on that. As you know, you've been required to attend one of our events, to help with an event. And then finally, at the end of the expedition, is to do your own event that will model and be a dress rehearsal, really, for what you're going to do with men. So whatever you have in mind, whether you're a hunter, a backpacker, a fisherman, an overlander, a whitewater rafter, a rock climber, or just a day hiker, how are you going to use those loves and those things that you feel so fulfilled in the outdoors? That's how it started with me. That's how it started with the rest of the team with New Wilderness Adventures, is that we get the great privilege of walking with God in nature, in wilderness, in adventure, and then using that to help bring men through those different levels of life, adventure, and mission. Look forward to you completing your expedition and going on to be a witness to men, to be fully alive in what you do and what you love.